Okay, y'all. I may have clickbaited you just a little bit. For me to be able to pick one Bible may be impossible. I'm just kidding. I do have several different categories of Bibles. I'm going to pick from each category my favorite. And then at the end, I'm going to let you know if I were stranded on a desert island, what Bible would I pick? I have some great things in this video, especially at the end. I'm going to give away an ESV Study Bible, so stay tuned for that. And also, I just wanted to let you know, we have an embarrassment of riches in our country. I 100% agree with that. I and many of you who follow me know that I gave up the things of this world. I don't buy designer purses anymore. I sold a designer purse on Poshmark just so I could have more Bibles. It's a hobby. This is a hobby of mine. I love Bibles. I use them all. I use them in different ways. And so I just want you to know no one needs as many Bibles as I have. I mean, no one. So, but if I had one to pick, I'll let you know which that one is. All right, let's get started. So the first category I want to talk about is devotional Bibles. When I first started back in January, I read the Bible recap in 90 days. I read the whole Bible in 90 days, and I started becoming addicted to Bibles. And in the very beginning, I was buying more devotional-y or specialty Bibles maybe. And I quickly kind of changed my mind after that when I started being introduced to study Bibles. But I do have some categories of devotionals that I want to talk to you about and let you know how I use them in different ways. So the first one is the She Reads Truth. Many of you have seen me before. I do the She Reads Truth a little bit different than most people. I kind of set it up like a prayer Bible, but it's actually my devotional Bible. And what that means is I set it up like a prayer Bible with different tabs. I put categories in the back of what each category is, and I lined up the colors just like a prayer Bible. So some of mine would, be God's love or perseverance or words of wisdom, things like that. And so when I'm doing a devotional, because I do not feel like doing a devotional only every day is what we need to be doing. I feel like we need to be in God's word every day, but I feel like a devotional can help us springboard that information into the Bible. So when I set this up, this is kind of like my fun time, my really like just building my relationship with God time. I love this Bible. So this would be a hard one for me to pick, but I have some others. So let's keep going. So I do have the She Reads Truth as a devotional Bible. I have the Jesus Bible. I don't know if it's devotional, but it's not really a study Bible. So it's kind of in that it's weaving Jesus throughout the Old Testament. So from the New Testament into the Old Testament. So what I use this Bible for, and only this Bible for, is connecting Jesus from the Old Testament into the New Testament. So, I have the tabs. I have normal tabs on here. I have several different Bibles that also do the same thing, like the Holman Connecting Scriptures. I have the Jesus-centered Bible. I have some other studies that are connecting Jesus. And so that is what this Bible is for. So it's a Jesus Bible, and I only use it for connecting Jesus. So that's what I use this one for. I have this Thrive Bible that I love and adore. This is my nightstand Bible. I've done a review on this one. And this is a devotional Bible, but I have had some really good, amazing conversations with God with this Bible. This Bible means a lot. I've had some tears with this Bible, and I don't know. This one's a tough one for me to decide on that one. And then the Spiritual Habits, I also did a review with the Thrive Bible probably about a month ago, and this one is literally just your spiritual habits, and I have really fallen in love with this Bible. I have some eye-awakening moments in this Bible, and I'm learning how to have spiritual habits. I've always been a Christian my whole life. I grew up Methodist, or grew up in the Methodist church, and since moved away into non-denominational. I'm still trying to figure out where I'm gonna land. But this Bible is helping me with my spiritual habits, my prayer life, my church life, my service life, all kinds of things. I'm learning a lot with this Bible. Whew. So if I had to pick one, just one, I'd have to say it's this one. Because this one is teaching me so much right now, so much in my journey with God on having that relationship and the spiritual habits that I need in the Christian walk with Him. So I love the other ones. It would be hard, but this in the devotional category would have to be this one. And I really don't even know if this is a devotional because, well, maybe it is, but it is teaching spiritual habits. So this would be my number one in the devotional category. All right. The next category we're going to talk about is compact Bibles. I have several compact Bibles, and I'm setting them up with for friends for prayer Bibles. But you have the CSB, you have the NASB. These are both by Holman. You have the ESV, and you have another ESV, but this one's really pretty. And then you have, of all of them, my favorite is this one. It will always be this one. It is a giant print, huge print with the Filament app. If I'm traveling, I can get my study notes from the Filament app very quickly with this one. So in the compact category, this would probably be my number one. All right. The women's study Bible category. I started buying women's study Bibles in the beginning because they were pretty and they had devotionals with them. And then I started realizing they don't have a lot of meat when it comes to, I have a journaling Bible that I put a lot of notes into. And I found out very quickly that the women's study Bibles, in fact, I have a series of reviews on women's categories versus men's or just the normal, study Bible. I like these study Bibles all, though. I do not regret any of them that I have purchased. So the first one is the NKJV. I love this Bible for all the charts and maps that they have. They have lots of great articles and just the charts are just amazing. I literally take copies of them on my copier and I tip in I glue in the copy into my journaling Bible. So this is a tough one because Thomas Nelson, and it's not just this one, but Thomas Nelson does an amazing job with their charts. I love their charts. All right. The next one I have is the ESV. Now, this one holds a special place in my heart because this is the very first women's Bible that I purchased. It's this one. It's the Women's Study Bible. I do a study with this. It's the Bible in a year. And I'm going to do an overlay with my current studies that I do. I'll do that in a separate video down the road. But this one has great articles. I love some of the articles in here, and it takes me down some certain rabbit holes that I love. So I have a special place in my heart for this one. Plus, it's pink, and I love pink. But, I love the ESV Study Bible better. So, all right. And then the next one is the Filament app, Women's Everyday Bible. It's actually not in here. It's in a different location. But this is the Women's it's the Every Women's Bible NLT with the Filament app. It has, the reason why I really like this Bible is it has the study notes from the Filament app. So you get deeper, richer study notes. But it also has devotionals, and it's really, really pretty. So I don't regret buying it. Do I need them all? No, I don't need them all. I know I don't need them. But I sold designer purses, y'all, just so I can have more Bibles. Okay, so and I sell other things around the house, believe it or not. I mean, I'm on Etsy and Poshmark a lot. Back in the COVID days, I learned how to sell on Poshmark and Etsy, and I have sold a ton of things on there. So I sell things around the house, and then I'm like, ooh, I get to buy another Bible. All right, so that's one. And then the last one, I did a review on this recently, is the CSB Women's Study Bible. And if I had to pick one, it's this one. I am in love. Like when I say in love, I am in love with this Women's Study Bible. I love the CSB Study Bible. Just as enough. They're different. I mean, they really are different. I love the word studies in this one. I love the illustrations in this one. I love the articles. I love this study Bible. I've gotten some really good, deep information for my journaling Bible. So this would be my number one for the women's category, even though that the everyday women's with the Filament app is a very close second. All right, and then if I had to pick a cultural and illustrated Bible, these are my categories here. I have the archaeological. Oh my gosh, archaeological study Bible. Am I saying that right? Okay, so this one I actually got on eBay, or it was used. I think I got this thing for like $20, and it's no longer in print. And I get a lot of good information out of this one, so I do really like this one. I said do. Haha. This one I got at Ollie's for $36. It's the Holy Land Illustrated Bible. Love this Bible. I've gotten really good information on this one when I'm doing my journaling in the morning. And then the Baker's Illustrated Bible that just came out. I'm categorizing this in both the study but also the illustrated because it does have some cultural things in there. So I really love this one. And then the Cultural Background Study Bible. My son stole it from me, and then I kept hearing everyone loves it, and then it was on the Amazon Prime. So I can't, this is not fair because I can't give it a fair rating. I haven't used it as much. I used it this morning and really did enjoy it. But I had it for a while, and then my son stole it from me. My older son, he lives in Atlanta. So I can't give you a fair rating on this one. And then the last one is the NLT Illustrated Bible. And if I had to pick out of all of these, I'm going with the NLT. It's tough. It's really tough to say yes or no. I had a commenter on, I did a Baker review to the Baker commentary, and they asked me, how is it different to the NLT? I did some digging because I still use both of them, but I did some digging. And if I had to pick one out of all these categories, it would definitely be the NLT. This is solid. The notes are much more rich than the Baker, but the Baker has more articles that I like articles and word studies. So they're a toss-up. I don't know. That's a hard one. Study Bibles, I have the NKJV Study Bible. I have the NIV Application Bible. This is large print. Love it. So comfortable to read. I have the Life Application Study Bible. I have the CSB Study Bible. And I have the ESV Large Print Study Bible. Now, if I had to pick one, it's going to have to be the ESV. Yeah, it's going to be the ESV. I love this Bible. It's great information, but a very close second is the CSB Study Bible. This one is so comfortable to read. It has really good information. So if you like ESV better or the CSB better, pick one of the ones that even at the NIV, if you love NIV, they are all close. All three of them, NIV, ESV, CSB, even the Life Application, all of them are so good. All right. I think I'm done with my categories. If I had to be stranded, I just want to let you know I have this one too. This is kind of a category of itself. It is an NLT filament large print. It's like $16, and it is so comfortable to read. It's just so comfortable, and it has the filament app. And then I have my journaling Bible. If my house is on fire, I'm grabbing this Bible because it has all of my notes. But if I'm going to a deserted island and I did not have phone coverage or cell phone coverage, it would have to be the ESV Study Bible and a journal. I would take a journal and the ESV Study Bible. However, if I did have phone coverage and I was stranded on a desert island somewhere, I would take my journaling Bible that I have had hours and hours in. I would take this Bible and I would have all of my apps on my phone, like the Enduring Word, the CSB app, the NLT or the Filament app, the Bible Hub, all of the apps that I could get access to study notes. So if I had phone coverage, it would be my journaling Bible. If I didn't have phone coverage, it would be the ESV with a journal to write all the notes in. So this is a tough one. I'm going to tell you, this is a tough one. All right. So now for the fun stuff. One, I wanted to let you know, I ordered this Bible translation. I do get a lot of King James onlyist in my comments and make some really strange comments. If you are still unsure of King James versus other translations, I highly recommend Tim Wildsmith. He has a book that he just came out with, but go and watch some of his videos. And Mark Ward, Ward on Words. They have taught me so much about Bible translations and the missing verses, and all the verses are missing in all the translations. So go and research. You don't have to get this book, but just go watch some of Tim Wildsmith's videos and Mark Ward on Words. I think it's Ward on Words. So I just wanted to share that with you really quick. And lastly, I'm giving away the ESV Study Bible. And I would love for you all to be a subscriber. My name is Lisa, and I just changed the name of my channel to Jesus and Joy. I just got Jesus and Joy trademarked because I'm going to be coming out with products in the next 6 months. I have lots of ideas. I have free tip-ins that I'm going to be giving away as well. I think I featured them in last week's video. So just in the comments, put Jesus and Joy. Put a heart emoji. And I will have my son put it in the system that he puts it in and get the winner for the ESV Study Bible. Okay, y'all, I hope you enjoyed. Again, if I had to, be stranded, my journaling Bible and my phone, or an ESV and a journal. Have a wonderful day. Go spread some Jesus and joy. Love y'all. Bye.